gone?
No, I'm not gone. I'm here. Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, I now can hear you.
Okay. Um, of course, I mean the movies that you shared. I haven't watched them, so I don't know
Mm-hmm.
anything about them. But I watched a movie maybe 3 days ago, and I mean the subject is very different from history or what happened in the past. So it's more like a family drama. This movie. The title could be. It's of course I like watching Indian movies, right? So it's
Yes, I know
yeah.
that.
So it's the title can be translated as "Let the Heart Beat." Okay. So
Mm.
what this movie tells us is that in the end, family
Mm.
will always stick by you. So it's a family drama, and this movie
Mm.
shows that no family is perfect. Family is a set of individuals who know all your imperfections, but they still stand by
Mm.
you till the very end. So it is very natural to have a clash of interest, as everyone in a family is different, and you cannot always expect your parents, your children, or even your siblings to do what you expect them to.
Mm.
Let them live a life of their own choices and give them the
Yes,
space they need. Um,
yes.
in the end, everything will just fall into its place, and no matter what,
Mm.
uh, they will always be there for you. So even
Mm.
if you, let's say, you have a different interest, you want to do something which your family opposes you to do, but you take that decision and you go your way. Even then, the family will never abandon you. They will always be there for you, and no matter what happens, they will always support you. So I think it was really interesting, and it tells
Mm.
us that people are different. They think differently. If your parents have different ideas, if they don't support your way of thinking, it's completely fine. It's natural. You should accept that there is going to be some sort of a generation gap between you and your parents. It's your job to convince them, and even if they
Mm.
don't get convinced, uh, like there is a saying in English which says, don't tell anyone your plans, show them your results instead. So you don't
Yes.
want to tell everyone that, okay, this is what I want to do and this is what I want to achieve. You keep working hard in silence and let success make the noise. So once you achieve your goal, once you achieve your target, you can tell everyone that, okay, this is what I wanted to do. I had faith in myself. I believed in my abilities, and here I am. I've achieved what I wanted to. So instead of just wasting your time having discussions or arguments about things which bring up no result, yeah, it's better to
Yes.
just keep working hard towards your goal. And if you are committed, if you are devoted, there is going to be a time when you are finally going to achieve it. And then you can prove it to everyone. You've got the result. You can tell everyone, I did what I wanted to, and I believed in myself. Even though of course your parents do not want to harm you, or they think for your benefit, but you've just got to understand
Mm.
that their way of thinking and our way of thinking, we come from different generations, so our ideas can differ completely. But it's okay, as long as you are you know what you want to do, what you want in life. You do it silently, and then you could just tell your parents when you've achieved success. Everyone, including your parents, they are going to be happy for you, because they just think that whatever you are thinking is immature. You do not know how to go about in life. So you have to prove it to your siblings, to your children, or to your partner, even to your parents. So yeah,
Mm.
it was quite interesting, and I liked the idea behind it. Yeah.
Yes. I have some afterthoughts
Oh,
because
please.
today I'm home and
Mm-hmm.
I had discussion with my mother.
Mm-hmm.
I see her struggling recently.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm thinking, well, let her deal with her own problems, and there's nothing I can do.
Mm. Yeah.
Yes. So it's like you can't get involved in other people's task,
Mm-hmm.
even though for siblings, for family members.
Yeah.
Sometimes you think, you are my family member, so I should take your issue as mine and I should deal with it seriously. But you couldn't handle that person's life,
Yeah.
just from the beginning to the end. And now you are free. You have time to deal with this problem. What if in the future that person have another problem and you say I'm busy?
Yes.
Then you can't let somebody depend on you so much, or you can depend on someone else so much. Sometimes you have to let it go. So it's interesting. Today I saw my grandfather, and he couldn't move his leg.
Oh.
I'm very sad, I was very sad that I couldn't move his leg. But this problem has been existing for years, and he keeps working so hard. I asked him not to do it many times before, and now I stopped saying that because he likes doing a lot of stuff. There's still something he couldn't let it go, and he thinks he must work hard. And I say, okay, so now you couldn't move your leg, and after 2 days, probably your leg will recover, and then you can go out and you move your leg again. You do whatever you want, and then you just do a little work, enjoy it. I was serious, but actually I was joking. I was talking to him while joking.
Yeah.
And he said, yes, I will do that. I said, yeah, you can do it. Go ahead. I know you'll do it. So, so in the past, I really couldn't figure out why he wanted to work so hard, why he wouldn't listen to me and other family members. And then I found out it makes him happy. If he doesn't work, he wouldn't feel the happiness. So there's nothing I can do.
Yeah.
If he's unhealthy, I have to take him to the hospital. That's all I can do. And I will be always there to help him if he's in need. So I think that's about not getting too much involved in other people's business. But my parents would be angry. They would say, "Oh, why you keep working? If you keep working like this and you put yourself in this poor health condition, you will be a burden on us." But you make yourself angry so much, but that person wouldn't make change. So what's the reason for getting angry?
Very similar. Yeah, very similar to what you said. Today one of the student, he told me, he was talking about his grandmother, and he said, sometimes his grandmother makes him very angry, and he really wants to argue, but he just thinks nothing could be changed, and he stops. So I said, what is it that your grandmother does? So he said that his grandmother, she's very old, and she believes in a lot of, he said, a lot of traditional things, traditional stuff or cultural stuff. And she thinks she's the boss at home. And if anyone does something which, is unacceptable to her, so she would just lie on the floor and, start maybe shouting or, sometimes screaming. And he just thinks that it becomes unbearable. But then he said there is nothing we can do. I mean, no matter how hard you try to convince her, you've got to convince yourself that she's not going to understand. We have a whole generation, which has passed, gap. So it's just not possible for her to understand. So just let it go, just ignore her. And that is how you've got to finally deal with, of course, you love your family members, they're very close. But some things, the nature, they just cannot change. So there's not much we can do about it.
Yes.